Yeah, so you can see here on the screen, it's animating the power going back into the house. When you're charging, it would be blue and obviously coming that way. This is the range of the battery. I have my reserve set at 10 miles because I'm a little overconfident, but you can see right now 2.3 kilowatts is running in my house. So there's some heat, there's some other things going on in the house. There's a few people in there. That's out of the 9.6 capacity. You can see the bar here illustrating that. You can see right now I have 246 miles of range. This has been powering my house since 6 a.m. this morning, and it was at 261 when it started. So 14, 15 miles over the 3 hours that it's basically used. And this is a higher consumption time of the day for us because people are making breakfast. There's some space heaters on, I'm pretty sure, based on the load that I'm seeing in my house. People are getting ready for work and things like that. So pretty typical. Middle of the day it'll go back down, and then in the evening you'll see it spike up again when people come home and start using things around the house. So pretty nonchalant. We're at 93%. I think it was at 97% when I plugged it in this morning to get this going. And most people have some anxiety about how much range they're going to lose, but I don't think they have a comprehension of how big the battery is and how much your house uses. Right? Like, this is fairly average for the US, 1.5 to 2.5 kilowatt hours per hour. You might think about your air conditioning or other things, but your air conditioning cycles. So yeah, it does pull a lot of power, but at the same time it's off for a cycle, on for a cycle. So when you look at the average over time, what it would actually pull from the truck, this is probably fairly representative. So it's about 6 miles is I think what we usually use as a rule of thumb, 6 miles per hour that you're powering your house. So if you think about that in a typical peak period that you might run is 4 or 5 hours, you're talking maybe 20, 30 miles that you're going to tick away off your truck. And when you have a 300-mile range truck on a weekday where most people drive, a handful of miles, they're not taking a long trip, it's not impactful. But the savings that you get and the benefit you get by running off your own energy that you consumed at a particular time when it was low cost to offset the cost in your house in those periods where it's high cost. In addition, you have kind of that feel good of, the grids also can be strained at that point in time. And you not only are not a problem with an EV because you're not charging, but your truck is actually taking your house off the grid and making it disappear. So that load vanishes. So while others might be asked to turn things off or dial back, you can't really dial back further than this, right? I mean, you've done the ultimate. So it's kind of really rewarding in multiple ways. Obviously the bill savings is pretty cool. Like, I don't think anybody's going to complain about that. So